damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's a lot of nuts! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's a lot of nuts!
That's a big gun you've got.
Brother, what's that?
And I'd like a glass of cold gravy with a hair in it, please.
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
That's it, mister. You just lost your brain privileges. Hot wizards in your area. I don't want love. I just want sex. See my orb. Click here.
It doesn't appear as any more coal can be broken off.
So, tell me about you. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score and musical effects, not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Rune today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Perfect timing there. How's it going? Beep. Hey, how's it going? Duncan Rex, thank you for the 30 Gigantify bits. And Nicomancer, Lazy Crypt, Killick, Winter Slice, Tea Time. Who else have I got in here? Duncan Thrax, MSTK, Wolf Soul being there like an hour early. You're like, I ain't missing this one. And I'm like, nope, neither am I. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you all here tonight. How goes the airing? Well, we'll see. We got rid of the wizard last time, so there's that. Bloody King's Quest again. Bet you're itching to get back to Albion. Actually, in a way, I was starting to have fun with Albion on Sunday.
Great hat, man.
A wizard's hat. Oh, thank you. You missed too many streams in a row. Oh, no. I know the feeling. All right, so I got some interesting news. I hope it's some interesting news. I don't have it out here with me, or else I'd put it on stream. But so I picked up basically a negligible, inexpensive AGP card to test the Athlon old Windows XP machine with, because I was kind of concerned that maybe there was a problem with the port, something bridged or shorting or whatever, damaging video cards. I didn't want it to blow up another video card, especially if I was going to get one that I wanted to keep. So I found, I forget who suggested it, but somebody, I was thinking it was PS1 Addict, but anyway, somebody suggested doing this and testing it with another card. And I thought, well, that's a really good suggestion. I could have, $14 is worth it. So I picked up an ATI Rage 128 Pro. And this has a double benefit. If the card was working fine, I would actually have a video card that would be more OpenGL oriented, has 32-bit video or color support, unlike the Velocity 100. It's twice as much video RAM. And ultimately, for $14, it's actually apparently equal to or higher performer than the Velocity 100, especially on higher bit rates. So I thought, well, that's kind of cool. So that's actually a nice little benefit if the card works. And it did. Plugged it into the Athlon machine, booted it up. Beautiful picture. It looked great. No problems at all. So it doesn't look like it's the AGP port that's a problem. And that means that I can be confident getting another video card for it at some point in the future. We'll be able to bring that Athlon machine back up online again. I can start playing stuff like Gothic 2 and Baldur's Gate 2. And I want to do Trespasser on it, just so I want to compare it to the way the P2 worked. But let's see. There was a few things I wanted to play on. Oh, Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion, Total Overdose. I'd even like to play through Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza again, because that was really kind of fun. So there's a few things. Really. Oh yeah, Sam and Max, Splinter Cell 1 and 2. Hey, Drew Stu, got a new retro GPU? Not yet. Yes, I did actually. Nothing super special or fancy, but I bought a cheap one to test because I was concerned about the old Windows XP machine burning up video cards. Hey, an off day. How you doing? So I'm just glad that it's working. Like, I'm glad that the computer itself is not the problem. That means that I just had bad luck with the two GPUs that I had. And for $14, I actually got a slightly better video card for the Pentium 2 as well. So there's like a dual benefit going on there. I like that. The only drawback to it is that it's a low profile card. Like, it came with a low profile bracket. So I didn't have a bracket to put on it for a high profile, but for testing purposes, plugging into the back, holding a card, and just testing it to see how it works. Just don't want to damage it long term. Sounds better VFM than the new 5090. Yeah, value for the money. Man, $2,000 for that video card. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know who they're targeting. They're targeting those who have enough money to be able to afford it. Don't really necessarily have to have it, but they have enough money to afford it. In which case, that's cool if you can. But what are crypto miners using right now? Do they go for the highest end video card? Isn't the CUDA cores pretty much the same across all of them? Targeting the more money than sense demographic. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that because I know there's probably people in chat that want to buy it that would not mind having it. I wouldn't mind having it. I just don't have $2,000 to pay for it. I couldn't do 10% of that, to be honest. But yeah. So either way, it's definitely more than anybody would need right now for a little while anyway, maybe a year. Zip Xavier, hey, how's it going? You're that idiot, but also can sell your 4090 to offset the cost. See, there's that too. I mean, if you already have a high-end card, you can always sell that online and probably still sell it for a decent chunk. I mean, when I bought this machine 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, bought it in March 2023, I was still able to sell the GTX 970 that I had for somewhere in the neighborhood of about $250 if I wanted to. That's really not bad considering I paid $400 for it when it was brand new. Not even $400 for it, actually. I think it was $330. Something like that. Don't you make that money out of subs in like a week or something? Chat leaders. No. If I could make that much every week, I could quit my job, actually, and still be making like twice as much. It'd be kind of crazy. Actually, no, it may not be twice as much, but it certainly would be more than what I'm making.
We got a fire on our hands.
I get that much just from the ads. Oh, I need to crank up the ads. Hang on a second. 30 minutes every hour is good, right? That'll keep all my viewers happy, I'm sure. But nah. Unless NVIDIA, or MSI or somebody like that wants to, send me a review card that I key, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Come on, NVIDIA, right? You want to do that? Like anybody's really listening, they could do it. No, seriously. For me, I was always fine with like the 7 series, whatever the 7 was in the series. So 470, 570, 970. 670, that kind of stuff, we're all fine. That always works. Oh, you were thinking, oh, yeah, 0.0002, yeah. Or 002. Yeah, I make about 0.002 every 30 minutes here. Actually, that's probably the ad revenue, to be honest. So, yeah, in any case, I'm really kind of excited about the Athlon machine because I have so desperately wanted to get that running again. And that also means that I reconfigured the Pentium 2. It's back to the Windows 98 setup. And as soon as I get everything connected back up again, I'm going to do a full test with that ATI Rage 128 Pro. And I really, really, really want to see how it performs on the Pentium 2. I want to try, because apparently it's a much better performer for OpenGL, of course. But it seems to be fairly tight in terms of frame rate compared to a Voodoo 2 2000. Now, granted, 2000 is still slightly faster than my current video card because it's got twice the memory. Well, this actually has 16 megabytes. That's still twice as much. It's good. You need the latest RTX for decoding all those FMV MPEGs. Speaking of FMV MPEGs, I did set up. Somebody said that the Command & Conquer Red Alert installer was like a masterclass in installs. It really is a cool install. Where did I put this? I actually installed the game, and I can't wait to play it. I really can't wait to play it. I think I have it under CARA. CCRA, I think it was, maybe. New. Oh, it must be under Westwood. Oh, wait. No, what am I doing? Actually, I have a shortcut for it. Hang on a second. Here we go. This one makes more sense. Right. Yep, there it is. I cannot wait to play this. Winter Slice. Hey, how's it going? Hey, that came off my Leisure Suit Larry greatest hits. I promise, it really did. How's it going, Hummiger? RA, that's what it was. So this is the DOS version. And I really can't wait to try it on the Windows 98 machine. But I was so impressed with what they did with the way this game starts up. And of course, intro and sneak peek. The FMVs are just so good.
Stop playing with that thing. I've just got to adjust this.
You did, Sujak? For Red Alert? Okay.
Give me the sequence calculations. Now!
They died so fast, a huge army of dogs.
They're already done.
That interlacing is awful in the video. Oh my god, the way it's handling it is just terrible. Yeah, right, Lazy Grip? I think it's because it's only present during movement, and it's really obvious.
Stand by.
Oh, it really is. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it
Was
at
ist
all.
los? Ich habe keine Zeit hier rumzustehen.
Ja,
The famous painter.
ich verstehe.
Did you find him?
Hitler is out of the way.
Out of the way. Can't believe Albert Einstein dematerialized Charlie Chaplin.
Time will tell.
You wanted CNC with more sci-fi, not less. I've never played any of them.
Time will tell.
So I'm really looking forward to that. That's for sure. In the German version, they did cut out the painters. Did they really?
I am bald as fuck.
I've never played any of them, Killick. I've had, hey, Cabron, how you doing? Nicomancer? You're disappointed. I mean, I've got a few. I've got the ones that were free on EA, which I think Red Alert was one that's free on EA or was. And then, oh, that's Dune 2000. That's right. That's from one of the RA updates. But this is, but other than that, I've only got Red Alert and Counter-Strike expansion for Red Alert. The sci-fi in them was pretty neat. You got to start with Dune 2, obviously. Isn't Dune 2 the better in the series? Isn't that what I've heard? I think that's what I've heard. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Dune 2 was later remade into Dune 2000, right? They did a remake of it, and that was off of like an antiquated CNC engine, I think. I might be misremembering, but I think that's the case. I haven't played this one yet either, so I'm not necessarily going to play Command & Conquer in the chronological order of release. There is no Dune series, really. The two are completely unrelated. Yeah, Dune 1 was like... That's what I've heard, that Dune 1 was an absolute masterpiece of a adventure game. And then 2 was the RTS. So, I mean... Maybe series in the same vein that, Star Wars or Star Trek series, because you've got a mix of genres there as well. Everything from platformers to RTS to story-based games. Yeah, Seagull 2000, welcome in. Dune 2000 was remake of Dune 2 with CNC mechanics. Okay, that's what I thought I'd read. So I haven't played that one either, but that is another one I want to play. Yeah, Seagull. So, yeah, tonight, Tuesday nights are Sierra and LucasArts nights. I'm going to be playing King's Quest 3 tonight here in just a few minutes. We'll crank it up. But if by any weird chance I manage to finish this game tonight, or really if we finish it tonight and can pick up another game, what's next is the final Monkey Island ever made. Return to Monkey Island. So we're going to kind of step out of the retro genre so that I can... finish up the Monkey Island series. Bad AF. I like that, Killick. I need that command. I like what you did there. Dunes 3 through 1999 were all, unfortunately, kind of meh. Hey, Arky-chan, how you doing? Given how hard Dune 2 is to play, Dune 2000 is a perfectly acceptable substitute, but the D2 pixel art is such top-tier Westwood stuff. Westwood has amazing artwork. I would say if I had to say anybody, if I were to rank artwork, I would probably put Westwood at least in the top 3. I don't know where I would put them. I always loved Sierra's artwork when they moved to VGA era graphics in 89 or 90. And even the pixel art from the early engine was that AGI, I guess. I don't remember what the names of those engines were, but whatever the first engine was, the art for those were really good, given the limited amount of resources that they had. LucasArts, more often than not, top tier. Like most everything I think I've ever seen by them is just absolutely top 5 at least. You watched Doom 1 intro not long ago, and it still looks amazing. I'm sure it does. AGI is the one KQ3 has done this. Okay, yeah. The successor is SCI. Thank you. I'm like sitting here going, what's the name of that engine? I can never keep them straight. Doom 2 is the reason you bought your first sound card. After watching its intro. Really? See, we never had a sound card until we bought it was like a really low-end 486, and it had a crystal chip on it, just natively on board. So we never really bought a sound card. In fact, when I got the Pentium 166, it also had a crystal chip that was on board, and that was the first time I actually bought a sound card for a computer. I actually bought an upgrade for it, and I went to... what did I put in there initially? I think it was an Ariel Vortex. The A3D, I think, was the first one I put in that machine. Was that it? Oh, was that Ariel Vortex? I think that's right. Is that the right one? Let me see. Yeah, I ended up not liking that card. The crystal chip has quite decent OPL FM clone of the one. Yeah, I was, later on come to find out, it turned out that was actually one of the popular sound chips. Now, especially looking back, and so it kind of blew me away. I was like, I didn't care for it though. The only company that comes to mind which rivals Westwood for pixel art would be Silmaris. Really? I have to go back and look at Dune 2 then. Since I haven't played that one, I can't judge it correctly. The only Westwood games I've played, Lands of Lore. Oh hell, what have I played? Blade Runner. I've never done any of the Wing Commander stuff. I still need to do that. Hey, Skyfall and Drubius, welcome in. How are you doing? DIRW. If that's what you need, that's what we do. Just sitting in the King's Quest 3 folder there. Are Dune 2 Eye of the Beholder? Yeah, I was going to say, Eye of the Beholder, wasn't that Westwood? Because I played Eye of the Beholder, and I haven't played Dune 2. That's what we were just talking about was Dune. I've got several games by them. I mean, I've got all 3 Lands of Lore series. I've got the Ultimate Sci-Fi with Blade Runner, Dune 2000, and Wing Commander Prophecy. I've got a few of the old Westwood games on my EA account, which I'd have to log into, and that might be kind of a challenge. But most of those were just freebies. I think the Command & Conquer series was given away free for a while. Some of it, anyway. All right, so let's see about what to do next. Because I really don't remember where we left off. My notepad is all crispy from from the coffee spill. Dune 1 was done by Virgin Games? I didn't know that. All right. Restore game. So, lower deck. Oh, that's right. We are on the pirate ship. I forgot about that. Okay, so trying to figure out what to do with these pirates. Wait a minute. Hey, Krezagot, how you doing? Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah, I'm on the ship finally. Seems my chat's stuck. Hang on a second. I might have to catch up on what was said there. Oh yeah, so the last thing that was on my chat until just now was the crystal chip has quite decent OPL FM clone. So let's see. This Simlaris did Ishar, Metal Mutant, Arctic Baron, and a bunch of other stuff. I need to find them out. I don't know anything about them at all. With good graphics, you can only name Ishar. It was awesome on Amiga. Robinson's Requiem. Mark Heiser, how you doing there? So atmospheric edit words.talk. You thought it was Command & Conquer stream. You were tricked. Oh no, Nicomancer, sorry. This is the Tandy sound. Yep, you have a Tandy sound card. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can emulate the Tandy sound feature in DOSBox. You can also do it by default. It should play back this way in SCUMMVM. So if you were to load King's Quest III using SCUMMVM, it should automatically move to the Tandy side. They were released almost back to back because they were developed at the same time. So to avoid confusion, Westwood had to name their game Dune 2. Interesting. That explains why they're left-handed. That explains why they're so different when they are two separate games. That's very interesting, Kressing. I had no idea about that. Even though apart from the setting, there are no connections between the games. That is so strange. Caprone, how you doing? Dune 1 was Cryo, the legendary French developer. Virgin just published it. Oh, okay. I gotcha. You mean this must be a pirate ship? There is a pirate chair over there. A pirate chair? How do you know it's a pirate chair? And music was also great by Stephen Peake. Oh, gotcha. Winter Slice has an Adlib Gold card? Are you serious? Do you really? Do you really have an Adlib Gold card? Do you know how rare those are? You often listen to the LP version on repeat while you work. Yeah, people have built Tandy sound card as modern ISA 8-bit hardware add-on card. Oh, really? I gotcha. You wish you had an Adlib Gold. So many people do. It's one of those where it's probably nowhere near as good as people want it to be, but the stigma behind it and the rarity is just like, yeah, I'll take it. That was a typical pirate chair irony. It looks like all those plastic garden chairs. Yeah, right. Can we pirate that? Okay, what was I doing here? A device for turning the ship's rudder. Oh, yeah. Turn rudder. Grab handle. Pull rudder. Pull handle. Pull device. All you had as a kid was a basic Sound Blaster Pro. I didn't even have that. I'm pretty sure the first audio card I actually bought that was a separate card was an Ariel Vortex. And then I got a Sound Blaster Live after that. I didn't like the Vortex very much. How's it going there, Maestro? Welcome in. Change these out. Adlib Gold MC2000 card cost $500 in 1991, and they didn't even make that many from what I've read. Oh, goody, it's the speedrun killer of King's Quest III. Yeah, isn't this the one where you have to wait, like it's a 15-minute wait no matter what you do? I had Pro Audio Spectrum and it usually worked. Also, usually had a set config manually, so learn something. Yeah. Doing well. How's King's Quest 3 going? Just picked it back up, so not too bad yet. Why? Vortex was one of the first with 3D sound, as far as you know. Another approach, as the Sound Blasters did EAX. Yeah, I loved the idea. I loved the idea of the Vortex, but I seem to remember I kept having like blue screens, and it just got so frustrating. I can't remember if it was constantly blue screening or if it was certain games. I really don't know, but I had the worst time with it. And I ended up I basically replaced it with a Sound Blaster Live. So I went from A3D to EAX, one 3D format to the other. I wished I'd kept the Arial Vortex, though. I didn't realize at the time just how significant they would be after the fact. Hey, Astriel, welcome in. You never tested one? Okay. Yeah, bad experience. Same with other. And I had the same thing. See, I had an Intel i740. People talk about the ARC series of Intel video cards, and sometimes I get this impression that some people don't realize that Intel has been making GPUs for over 25 years, and like discrete GPUs, but they may have had big gaps in between development cycles. Maybe even 12 or 15 years. But no, seriously, they've done it for a long time. And I remember getting an i740 back in the late 90s, like 96, 97, something like that. And honestly, it wasn't a bad performer. It wasn't great. It wasn't it wasn't by any means a great video card, but it was not too bad. I had a Matrox Millennium, and I didn't like the Matrox Millennium, another one of those iconic cards, but that was just me, I was always tinkering with stuff like that back then. Let's see. So we can go up, but we're going to get caught. Look floor. Matrox wasn't meant for gaming. They presented that series as being a gaming video card, at least at the time. And the reviews gave it pretty solid reviews. Not exactly the best reviews, but they certainly didn't slash it or anything like that. It was one of those where there were competing 3D formats, right? You had 3DFX, you had Matroxes, you had ATIs, I think it was, had their own. And then you had OpenGL and DirectX. And so all these different competing formats. Well, I got the Millennium because it was supporting, I forget what theirs was. You'll send us a Thunderboard. You had a Matrox 3D card and it was just in time for Unreal. Yeah, that may have been what I played Unreal on, actually, Strider. I couldn't remember precisely what video card I was using at the time I got Unreal, because I played Unreal and then up until Half-Life came out. And then Half-Life distracted me. Never finished it until we streamed it. You played Unreal on your GeForce 256. Wow. Matrox had a very good DAC, 2D accelerator, and image signal quality, usually paired with a 3DFX Voodoo 1 or 2. Nice. Well, that was just plain dumb. You see the rise and fall of the ocean. There we go. That's right. I didn't save it after that. One of the fastest stream to death ratios in Pito history. Yeah, pretty much. Is there still a time limit now in the King's Quest 3 game? No, the time limit was, as far as I know, was only tied to the wizard. And now that the wizard is out of the way, the timer is there, but I guess it doesn't really have much of an effect on me anymore. Like, it doesn't really impact me. Yeah, it looks like... Let's see. Thimble, eagle feather, fly wings, magic stone, sleeping. Wait a minute. There are still timed events that will happen after a while, but you don't think they can kill you. Maybe the pirate captain showing up in this room is timed or something. I don't know. Maybe I use a walkthrough through the wizard stuff and play the rest on your own end. Mark Heiser, I would highly recommend it. I've played a lot of Sierra games, and they have a few that are unique in their like adventure series. For example, Colonel's Bequest and what was the other one? Was right on the tip of my tongue. Colonel's Bequest. Oh, and the Hero's Quest or Quest for Glory series. This one is an oddball. Even in the King's Quest series, it's very strangely done because you have a wizard that pops up and will literally kill you if you are carrying things you shouldn't, or if you're in the wrong place. Or if you're in the wrong place for too long, like if you go into his office, he'll kill you. There's all kinds of things. But then he'll take little journeys or he'll go to sleep for 25 minutes. And so then you get 25 minutes to explore the surrounding area and do your quests. And it's very distracting. If you're ever interested, you ought to go look up Speedrun King's Quest 3. And it'll give you a little bit of insight as to what is wrong with the game. But a walkthrough would definitely be beneficial. Yes, you'll be far less stressful. Only one time limit in Quest for Glory 1. Yeah, you're right, actually. Just don't like games with soft lock, hard lock, and don't tell you and time challenges with no advice what to do and why. At least for King's Quest 3 made the appearance like that. I don't know about soft locks in King's Quest 3. There might be some. Sierra is notorious for soft locks. But I will say if you're super careful, you can usually avoid them without even realizing that you're avoiding them. You just have to, it's literally a pick up everything you see, try to interact with everything you see in every way possible. Yeah, classic adventure games. Well, hey, how's it going, Mr. Steel Rose? You're playing some Pantheon. Nice. Yeah. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. How is Pantheon? Is it good? I still need to get into it. Yeah, 1 and 2 were great. 1 and 2 were very easy compared to 3. You're addicted? Oh boy. I've actually heard really good things about it. Have you played 4 yet, Mark Heiser? Because today just aren't the gamers, but our Gen X is the best. Not yet. 4 was the very first Sierra game I ever played. And yeah, that kind of what Duncan Thrax just said. It's actually the first game I played. I played it back when it came out, like in 87. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, indeed. And I love it. It goes back to the same style as King's Quest 1 and 2. So you have a far better chance of being able to play the game without weird game elements or game design elements like you have here in King's Quest 3. 3 and 5 are probably the worst soft lock offenders in the entire Sierra Pantheon. Really? I didn't realize 3 was that bad. I hope I didn't hit anything wrong on this one. I do have hints enabled because honestly, I'm enjoying this one, but for the most part, I'm kind of phoning this one in. I want to finish it so that I can get back to 4 and play 4 one more time, and then we're going to finish out the series. But next, we're going to finish this, and we're going to go right into Return to Monkey Island. And yeah, I've been looking forward to Return to Monkey Island for almost 2 years now. Well, as far as since release, anyway. You thought Space Quest was in every part of the series. I had no soft locks in the first one. And the first one was so simple to me, without a walkthrough, I was able to finish it pretty quickly. Oh, thank you, Mr. Steel Rose. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 5.5 streams before Bito defeated the... Yeah, I didn't say I was good at this game. You didn't play one of them yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, the first one is easily the shortest in the series, I think. And then they all get a little longer. However, the length of a Sierra game is oftentimes measured in how frequently you get killed in it. So, let's see. Oops. There's the pirate captain. Interesting. Granted, out of all that time, it's been 2 hours of gameplay and the rest has been chat distracting you. Yeah, they're good at that. In the lore of Pantheon, the dwarf god sacrifices immortality to descend to his people to lead them as king. Interesting. Now that's definitely different than Ironforge. It's kind of cool concept. I need to go and sign up for it. I really need to give it a chance. What was I going to do here? Oh yeah. I was going to do something. No, I don't remember what it was. There are a few soft lifestyles. You don't know of any, if they're quite as egregious. Yeah. I was going to do something and now I don't remember what it was. Oh well. So the pirate captain is there. Ah, crap. Okay, I can't figure out how to climb down. Use ladder. I don't think it knows the word use. How do I climb down? There's a data cartridge in SQ1, the Kissy alien in SQ2. Interesting. All right. Walk vertically. What's a walk? Let's see. Use ladder doesn't work. Climb ladder doesn't work. Down ladder. Look ladder. Use ladder won't work because he doesn't have it. How can you use that which you do not have? Which sucks, Skyfall. I wish it was that easy. Do you remember the Kissy alien bit of the xenomorph with that? Oh, yes, I do remember that one. Yes. That's funny. Hey, Squeezegon, welcome in. Let's see here. Grab ladder. How can you do that? How the heck do you climb down? Go down. Just walk there. I tried that and it killed me. Thank you for playing King's Quest 3. It just doesn't work, man. Yeah, true Sierra game. Verticality is your deadliest enemy. Descend. Hey, blind execution. You know what? I'll try it. Look at that glorious EVGA-ness. How's it going there, Ultima CJ? Descend. What's a descend? Jump. Go down ladder. How did you use below to grab the ladder? That's actually a good question. I don't really know. That was last week. Let's see. I know exactly. Now it doesn't understand anymore. That is actually a trick you can use, Winter Slice, or anybody really. That's a trick you can use to figure out if there might be a theory on something you can do. If you go into a room in a Sierra game, in the text parsers, if you go into a room and you type something like open door, there's no visible doors to open. Usually it'll say, there is no door here, or are you crazy? Or are you mad? Some other kind of message. However, every once in a while, if you go into a room, and this is true in King's Quest IV, you can go into a room with no visible doors to open and type open door, and it'll say, you're not close enough. So when you get a different message, that means that that's something that's meant to be used maybe in just that room. So you could use that as sort of a clue on solving a puzzle. Yeah. Jump ladder. I mean, jump up to get down. Yeah, how can you do that? You are not close enough. Maybe you need to get captured first. I already got captured. If he captures me, they make me walk the plank and I die. I'm not supposed to get captured because I'm supposed to be down in the hold. Jump up, jump around, jump around. Let's see. So climb down doesn't work. Get ladder. Look ladder. Twerk game. I don't know what twerking is. Thank heavens for that. Game said just walk to it. But you fall. Can you approach from a different angle? Thank you. Can you teleport? No. No, just me being stupid. Thank you, Tea Time. It took somebody with a rational, logical mind to solve that puzzle. I give you... Wolf Soul. He's all Wolf Soul. He did it. All right, let's see. Look. Crate. Large wooden crates are stacked along one wall of the hold. You die of dysentery. Wrong game. Open crate. Open door. Jump. If it was that easy. It was that easy. Yeah. But see, that's what happened. You don't play for a week and, you forget things like that. Oh, wait. Look rudder. Look up. The ladder is far above you. The layout of this ship continues to get more baffling, like the indoor lifeboat. Yeah. Wait, there's an indoor lifeboat? You look warily around the dark, dank cargo hold. There seems to be nothing but stacks of wooden crates piled all around. The art in King's Quest 3 is somehow a little worse than the other AGI games. Interesting. Oh, to the right of the captain's cabin. Oh. Yeah, maybe. You'll have to use a spell here. You'll have to use a spell here. Actually, what spells do we have? We have flight, invisible, storm, deep sleep, teleportation. We've already used creature language, deep sleep, transform another into a cat, and flight. So teleport, storm, and invisible. And I considered invisible, but I don't think that's really what I'm supposed to do here. I wonder if storm is what we need to do here. Let's see. And of course, I need to bring my manual up, which I forgot to grab. Hey, Kid Icarus, how you doing there? Welcome in. Yeah, more old school Sierra. And probably, if I can get past this, I might be able to finish this tonight. Okay. You're looking at a walkthrough of what you're supposed to do here, and it's strange. By the way, hints are set to allowed. Yes, hints are on. Honestly, I don't care about this one. I mean, I'm playing it mostly just so that I can get the story and the experience. Because I've never really played through the entire King's Quest series. I only ever played 4 all the way through originally. Maybe you need to incapacitate the crew somehow, or make it so that they can't see me, because I do have an invisibility spell. You need a walkthrough? For shame. Normally I don't. But this game has basically got me with the whole wizard thing and this timer. I'm like, I really don't want it. You only played 5? That stinking desert. I've heard so much about that desert. Cast deep sleep. You find some mice to listen to? Oh, if you remember correctly, you can save scum through it.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Stupid ads. Okay. Walkthrough implies that you're supposed to just wait for something to happen. Oh, and this. So 14 minutes. From what I understand, if I'm remembering right, the 14-minute wait happens on this boat. But I don't really know how or why. So I can try that. Let's see. Now, sleep powder is a little bit different. Ah, okay. So Sleep powder on ground. Slumber henceforth. As your sleep spell takes effect, a silence suddenly descends over the ship. Wait a second. Who's steering the ship, you ask? Was that a mistake? Unfortunately, there is no reply. With no one to steer the ship, you are doomed to drift at sea forever. Are you not capable of steering it? Thanks for playing King's Quest III. Next time, be more careful. I guess that wasn't entirely right. Let's see. Some guy in a hat, how you doing? Because it simulates an actual boat journey. Realism. Too early. Whoops. Not taking anything away from Roberta as an industry legend, but she didn't always know how to design puzzles. Yeah. Realism, that's not entirely wrong, actually. She had some really awful ones. Correct action, wrong time. Need to find the other steps. Realism, we already have that, and people do charity Twitch streams for it's called Desert Bus. Got impatient, didn't wait. Be more careful. Yeah, definitely. Be more careful. Okay, so I know this is where the sleep potion or powder goes. But what do I need to do first? Really? Route to Daventry. I'm curious. I'm going to do this because I don't know what made me think of doing this, but I'm going to try this. Oh, it still dumped me in the ocean. Rub stone. You know what would be corny for the game to say, alas, you don't have your pirate license, so you were not allowed to steer the ship. Game over. They missed an opportunity, didn't they? Is this a Viking boat? I know, right? Oops. Death is at every turn. Okay. Well, teleport stone works. Jump crate. Jump crate. Jump ladder. I like how the game thanks you for dying. Usually thank you for playing happens after you've beaten the game during the credit roll. You're right. This is more of a nonsense make boat, yeah.
Somebody's ads for you non-subscribers.
Oh crap!
Use your Twitch Prime now.
Thank you, Interslice. We'll go ahead and take this little pause right now. Bear with me for just a few minutes for these ads. Be right back. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, so things to do. What can we do? Captain's actually sitting at his desk writing away. We have the ability to fly. We can make a storm. We can teleport. We can be invisible. We have a bowl, an empty cup, empty purse. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Fly wings, sleep powder, knife, magic wand, magic rose essence, spoon, mirror, and shovel. No idea what we can do with any of that stuff here. One thing I did note is that the captain does have a routine of some sorts. Like right now he's at his desk. Look. Steering. Steerage. Probably didn't know what steerage is. Look. Steering. Look. Wheel. Look. Captain. Through an opening in the ceiling. Look. Turn. Just as it appears, whatever that means. That almost allowed me to fall off. He's going to fall off, isn't he? Oh, I can go up to the crow's nest. Looking down from this height makes you dizzy and you almost fall. Holding tight, you look up and notice a crow's nest at the top of the mast. Climb crow's nest. Crow's nest. I want to say I tried this, just climbed straight up and I fell. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's kind of dumb, actually. Look, crow's nest. Crow's nest perches atop the mast you are climbing. Curiously, you gaze up at it, but from this vantage point, you cannot see into it. The ship's mast dominates your view. Though sturdy, the pitching of the vessel causes it to sway to and fro. So I'm guessing I need to get into the crow's nest at some point. Look, flag. The ominous Jolly Roger blows in the breeze. Knows what a mast is, but doesn't know what a sail is. Okay, not sure how to deal with that. You hear one of the pirates shout, "Land ho, Captain!" Let me guess. Oh, no! Okay. Let me guess. We're about time to use that sleep powder. Heck, cabrone. I couldn't get in the crow's nest. I couldn't figure out how to get access to it. A couple of little gray mice scurried to and fro. We didn't see those before. Yet. Do you know where the pirates are taking us? One gray mouse asked the other. I heard them talking about buried treasure chests, the other mouse answers. I think it's buried on a beach, and they're going to go dig it up. Oh, I remember, squeaks the first mouse. Remember when they first buried the treasure? It was on a small beach, and behind the beach was a high mountain range. I remember hearing one pirate say that nobody has ever crossed those mountains alive. Okay. Maybe? Ah, crap. Slumber, henceforth. Couldn't remember what the word was. I just remember the henceforth. Still too early, isn't it? I get the impression there's more for me to do. Did that really work? Oh no, we'll find out. Only curiously open a drawer or two. There's nothing of interest. Yeah. Crap. I keep... So stupid. So if everybody's asleep, that means the cook won't be here. Yep. This is the galley of the pirate ship. A large iron stove dominates the wall. Pots, pans, and barrels surround it. There is a long dining table at the other end of the room. Look, stove. Look, cook. What a room, right? Can't go that way. Okay, so I guess that was the right time to put him to sleep. He's out cold. Oh no! Son of a... Stupid me. Hey, Armaker. A little bit of a clumsiness there, you know? This pirate is fast asleep. If people look more innocent when asleep, it certainly wasn't true with this one. Search, pirate. I need to put it on slow. a very narrow space to get around. I don't know if I'm even what I'm supposed to do up here. If I'm even supposed to be up here. Lower deck has no railing. Of course not. Why would there be safety? Seriously? This is where your average pirate sleeps. Actually, these bunks don't look much more comfortable than your own miserable cot used in the cramped space. And the space is just as cramped, yeah. So now what? Hey, Otaku! How you doing? Captain's cabin seems to be a bit more tidy than his mates. As the room is clean and orderly, against one wall rests a bunk, a large chest. At its foot across the room is the desk. Chart tacked to the wall. Let's go look at the chart. How you doing, Otaku? I hope you have had a good week, starting week anyway. Start of your week. Something like that. Words, they're difficult. Yeah, I hope you're having a good time. You stare at the chart tacked to the wall. It traces the route. The ship is now sailing. It leaves Ludor crossing a wide ocean and arriving at the foot of a mountain range. An X has been marked at the arrival point. Get chart. Look, Captain. Get lantern. Get lamp. Now that I've got this jerk asleep, I don't know what to do with him. Otaku, thank you for the 30 Gigantify bits. Here we go. The forward mast is slightly shorter than the others. Climb mast. How can you do that? With your hands and feet, you turkey. What's a bow? You're on a ship and you don't know what a bow is? A Laura bow. A Laura bow. Look rope. Look crow's nest. This is the upper deck of the pirate ship. The ladder leads to the lower deck. I don't understand what it's trying to get me to do. Like, everybody's asleep now. Leslie, look again. Large iron stove dominates one wall. Pots, pans, and barrels surrounded. Get pan. Get pots. Get barrel. Look barrel. The barrel seems to be full of rum, but you have better things to do at the moment than to drink. Yes.
I don't. You could bring it to me.
Pots. Look pan. Pots pan, yeah. Look stove. Look cook. Is there coal in the stove? Open stove?
Want a hint?
That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
Yeah, I'm good with that. Winter slice, actually. How can you do that? Look stove, what did it say? Nothing special about it. Look wood. Get wood. Look table. The wooden dining table is not too clean. The remains of many meals are lodged between the oaken planks. Its top is deeply gouged and stained. Jump, swim. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? We just gotta jump and swim? Not like that.
Good job.
But there's a whole dangerous ship to explore. I mean, really. There are so many misleading and useless parts of this area. The lifeboat, the kitchen. Yeah, really. Are you freaking kidding me? That's the most Sierra death I have ever had in a game. If you told me this game had come out yesterday, I'd believe you. Like, that is literally the most Sierra death ever. That is straight up Roberta Williams just coming out of nowhere and saying, F you. Almost made it. I would never have jumped off the ship and just started running or swimming. It never would have occurred to me. I think I would have had to have pulled a hint book for that one. Quick question. Did you pick up your things from the boat? I did. Yep. Right there. Got all my goodies. Yeah. Rocks fall. I mean, sharks bite. Everyone dies. You have a cat.
Yes. He wants to affect the kiddo.
Ah. So he was going to come after me no matter what. So I guess he's always on this scene. Well, now that we're here, might be a wise idea. Grab me a pencil. Can't believe there's literally always a shark on the... I mean... And no expectation. It's like, okay, so you never tried to do that. Oh, yeah. He doesn't understand you. I still have dough in my ears, though. You were waiting for the shark to leap from the beach, throw water and attack me on the beach. Let's see. How about we first save it? Okay. Well done. Thank you.
Leave kiddo alone. I don't want to hear her yelling at you while I'm trying to relax.
And there's another one right there, too. Sorry, my rudimentary map. Let's see. Look. You are on a small beach to the south of a looming mountain range. A lone palm tree graces this beach. I hate palm trees. Look, coconut. Something I can't spell, apparently. Use shovel. You dig and dig, but unfortunately you find nothing. Be funny if you could dig a hole and that's actually something you could fall into and die. That'd be such a Space Quest thing, like the shark actually has a human being. So, wait a minute. Look map. Oh, now would you look at that fanciness right there? I don't need to draw a map. Okay. What is it with... Oh, man. Game freaking hates me. You are at the foot of a high snowy mountain range. A cliff looms before you with a tricky path winding its way up the steep face. Right? What's really fascinating to me is that each of these squares is two separate areas. Very interesting. You're at the foot of a high snowy mountain range, a cliff before you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And that looks like a horse's face or something, and he's smiling at us. Really? Oh, sorry. Thank you. We'll try it this way first. I guess I should have seen that coming. I don't know. Bike, would you? I mean, I probably should have seen that coming. So I guess I have to travel the dangerous path. How I'm going to get across that section there, I don't know. Beep. No Sierra death number 2. That's true. That's true. It was kind of a stupid death. Definitely, definitely qualifies as one of the dumber ones. What about the thing on the beach the mice were talking about? Oh, yeah. Read up a little further. Yeah. Thank you. That's right. Don't forget the treasure. I was digging. I didn't find it. Use shovel. Dig hole. But I don't know where the treasure was. I don't remember what they said.
Want a hint? That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
Yeah, I can brute force this one, right? It won't take long. Dig up the whole beach. Why not? It'd be like Oak Island. If it's here, I'll find it. It's not on the left beach screen. Oh, okay. All right. I wish I could remember the conversation. If you've got the conversation that the mice had, that would be great. I could use that. Ah. The dig would involve fewer deaths and soft logs. That's true. King's Quest 3 is on hiatus. We played the dig. That is one I need to play. Keywork Savior, how you doing? This is one of the first PC games you played way back in 1992. Awesome. Yeah, this is the first time I've played through more than maybe 5 minutes of this. But yeah, great series. Welcome to the channel, by the way. First text parser game you ever played, even before Zork. Wow. See, I played Zork was the first computer game I ever played. But, either way. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome to the channel. Tuesday nights is always Sierra or LucasArts games, even if they're just adjacent. For example, Half-Life is not made by Sierra, but was published by back in '98. We played that on a Tuesday or Tuesday night. So right now we're playing King's Quest 3. We're going to be finishing up this hopefully tonight, and then we'll be playing Return to Monkey Island. I've been working my way up to the final in the series. Feel like you'd really enjoy the dig. Just, ignore the ending. I mean, I've got it. I've wanted to play the dig since it came out, Winter Slice. But by the time it came out, I was literally one of the gamers that was like, I really don't want to do adventure games. So the only 2 adventure games I bought from that era was Curse of Monkey Island and Escape from Monkey Island. And I never bought another adventure game after Escape. Yeah, because who would after that one? You got Half-Life at release. Ordered it from a Sierra online catalog. The King's Quest series made you fall in love with Sierra. Yes. The first Sierra game I played was King's Quest 4. I don't know how you feel. So you're the reason why adventure games died out. Yes, it was all my fault. I will accept responsibility for eating all the cookies. But adventure gaming, no. First one was actually on NES, King's Quest 5. Wow. That's just cool to me that it was on the Nintendo. I had a Nintendo. I don't think I even knew that it was on Nintendo. By the way, I'm finding nothing. Anybody notice that? Yeah. No, honestly, you can backseat on this one. I'm not particularly keen on the way this one played, so I kind of just phoned this one in. Usually it's no hints, but I spend so much time dealing with the wizard in that whole timer scenario that at this point I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to move on. Yeah, hint away. Oh, yeah, he said it was buried near a lone palm tree. From the palm. Ah, that's what the mice said. Okay, you walk 5 paces to the east and then start digging. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's what I did. See, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be right around here. It's on. There's no palm tree on the other one. We can go back and look. There really was an NES version of King's Quest V. You're flabbergasted. Yeah, I didn't know it was there. Haven't seen the fan-made VGA remakes with voiceover. They're really good. I've watched Retrograde Tom play. What was it? The second one, I think. Roberta made his face south. Stardew Valley 1986. Oh, there it is. I mean, how many times have I dug in that spot? You've uncovered a small chest. You remove it from the hole, open it. Inside, you find precious gems and ingots and gold and silver. You close the chest and take it and its contents with you. Okay. Holy crap! How's it going? Night Eyes. Wow. Hey, how's it going? Villainies, FT Michael, Darksteel Spork, Brownie Exorcist, and of course Argaroth, King Argaroth. How are you doing? The compliment rate. Hey, Soph. There it is. Compliment rate. Bito, you are always willing to help anyone out on Twitch who come across. I am still reading these. Old school Jake. God, man. Infinity Simplex. You come across, you're kind, patient, and genuinely want the best for people, and that's the reason I look up to you. Thank you so much for that, Argaroth. I appreciate that. Man, welcome in. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. You came in and... Thank you for the follow as well. Your childhood. Hey, Pi, how you doing? Thank you for giving Argaroth that shout out. For those who don't know who King Argaroth is, he's one of the nicest guys on Twitch. He also, I think my favorite thing about King Argaroth streams, and I will always talk about this, are spoopy Sundays. He doesn't like to be scared. Actually, I think he does. You know, truth be told, he's playing them right. No, seriously, it's a great watch. Because he gets so intense in the games and ultimately scares the bejesus out of him at some point, just the slightest little jumps. Villainy had just rated in, and they were doing Space Quest 4. That's a great game. That is a fantastic game. We were just talking about Space Quest a bit ago. Welcome in. Thank you so much for that raid. If you came in with Argaroth, or if you're just new to the channel, my name is Bitterman, and you can catch me here on Tuesday nights. I start at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm on the East Coast of the U.S., and right now we're playing King's Quest 3. Tuesdays are exclusively for Sierra and LucasArts games, or those that are adjacent. We're kind of close to the end of 3. The next one on the list is going to be Return to Monkey Island, which is about as adjacent as you can get for LucasArts, considering. Roger Wilco, Space Guy, yeah. You're in Eastern Time right now. It's so weird to see you on during the day. Am I working my way through all the King's Quest games? Yes, slowly, actually. I've played 1 and 2 over the past couple of years, and 3. I've played 4, actually, as well. I think last December, so a year ago this past... Was it this one or was it the one before? I don't remember. It's either been a year or 2 years since I played 4. But I'm going to play 4 again. I'll play 5 and 6, and I'll probably hate myself for the rest of them. Yeah, King's Quest 7. And play the absolute crap out of it. I've never played the 7th one. Did I scrap Albion? Sounded like you weren't having a great time with it the other day. Oh, old school Jay. Yeah, so on Fridays and Sundays, I stream a different game. because I start in the morning. It's such a different time frame that there's a lot of people that can't join for these streams versus the Friday and Sunday morning ones. So I am still doing Albion. For those who don't know what Albion is, Albion came out in 1995 by Blue Byte Software. It is a kind of weird, people like to call it the Avatar game. It's basically Avatar in VGA format. It is not easy. That game is brutal. You like it because it's your own first. Quest for Glory is German, the second Arabic, Middle East, and theirs is Norse mythology. Yes. Oh, you're talking about Quest for Glory. What was it? The first one, Spielberg. That's supposed to be in like German, and the second one's supposed to be Arabic, Middle East, and then the third one is like the jungles of Africa, like the Congo. Fourth one is the Vanias, somewhere in the Vanias. And then the fifth one, isn't that like a little English town or something? I don't know. You never played a Sierra adventure. King Argaroth, seriously, for you, I would say if you do, just because I think it would fit your stream and your personality, your chat's personality so well, you ought to play Leisure Suit Larry. Do the VGA remake. It's all point and click. It's a relatively short game, and yeah, I think you guys would have a blast with it, even if that's the only one you ever do. Not saying that others aren't good. That's been a temptation for so long. Yeah, not Leisure Suit Larry. They're so fun, but would also frustrate. Yeah, it would fit him. It really would. It would be great. But you'd end up getting so mad at the game. Use a walkthrough. No, seriously, use a walkthrough. Sierra games are hateful. If you get really lucky, every once in a while I'll come across one that I play and it just kind of clicks with me and I can get through most of it without any struggles whatsoever. And then I come across one like this one and I as I've been saying all stream all day, I'm phoning this one in at this point. I just want to finish it. They're hateful. They hate you. They hate the player. I mean, let me put it this way, man. I come into this scene, right? I jump off the boat. I have no reason to jump off the boat because every time I've gotten in the water, it kills me. So I ended up having to find out, I just jump off the boat and swim. Don't tell me which way to swim. It just says jump off the boat. So I swim. As soon as I get to the other screen, what happens? I get within like a pixel of the beach and a shark kills me. I walked the wrong direction and got shot. Everybody who played Sierra games has a love-hate relationship with them. Yeah. Yeah, King's Quest 3 is brutal, especially. It's like a skill issue. But, yeah, so right now, I'll show you an example of just how hateful Sierra games can be. This isn't really the best example because at the beginning of this game, you have to walk the same kind of path, but you have to do it under a timer. And you also have to do it repeatedly. I'm sure speedrunners and people really familiar with the game won't have the same issue, but you got to be careful. He'll die falling off some of these. You've heard the King's Quest games are like, do something wrong and you can ensure you get a game over in 5 hours time. Yeah, exactly. But the first one, if you want another King's Quest game, or if you want a King's Quest game that's relatively easy, do the first one. And do the text parser. It's not a bad one to learn text parsing on because most of the puzzles are focused on old fairy tales, stuff I'm sure you've read or seen in cartoons at some point. So you'd be familiar with some of the solutions. What is this? And like, what the heck is this formation here? Are you serious? I'm supposed to climb this? This is climbing. You died 13 times this stream. Oh, man. The dreadful path down for the wizard's house. It sucks, Retro Lover, doesn't it? It's like, look at this. This is why Sierra games are hateful. Oh, look, we have a path. Okay, so I'll walk around this. Maybe I'll walk behind that big rock. I don't know. I can't really tell. And no, you can't. Getting over it with Roberta Williams would be the name of this one. Bennett Foddy modeled after her work. Also a hateful game. You love this climbing. It's so funny. It really is until you get to the whale tongue in King's Quest 4. This reminds you, yeah, the whale tongue. See, Pi even knows. I just saw that message. At least it's not Hugo's House of Horrors, where at one point you had to answer questions about 1950s TV shows, or you couldn't progress the game. Ooh, I want to do that one. I don't know. I can't say that I'm like an expert on 50s TV shows, but I'm versed. I'll just put it that way. Your cousins and you had to keep asking your parents what the name of the Lone Ranger's horse was and other such nonsense. The quap, not the goat. Well, it's more the skittering motion, yeah. You were stuck for months inside that whale back in the day, no internet, yeah. You remember Space Ghost 1 when you approach a cavern wall and the character puts his back to the wall to cross over the grate? You have to try to find that out. Yes, exactly. What the blazes, game? Oh, really? This is just silly. Best part was that your parents couldn't remember the name of the Lone Ranger's horse. So for a while, we were completely stuck and had to abandon the game. Finding somebody, but it's not Trigger, it's Silver. Trigger was who? Roy Rogers' horse, yeah. Trigger was Roy Rogers' horse. How Silver, away! What was the name of Roy Rogers' dog? Who invented Dracula? Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to set this to slow because if I... Okay, now then. Bram Ranger. Yeah, that's it. King's Quest games made you fear narrow paths and stairs in every game. It's the one of the few games that have cliffs and stairs as bosses. You're not wrong. Your parents kept going, I know this dog was called Bullet. Yeah, well, the game isn't asking about the dog. Now is it? Here he goes. Safe's coming for the stairs encounters. Yeah, like at the end of King's Quest 4, when you're trying to go up and down those stairs and the towers, it's like, dude, you got to save before you go up or down. You will die. Always great when those old games would ask you trivia about shows that never aired in your country. Oh, dear God, Winter Slice, I can't imagine. So much more doable, yeah. Path, we'll just put it that way. These are Larry's age verification questions too. Yep, that's another one because it'll ask you questions like, yeah, it'll ask you questions about people from the 60s and 70s. You had to Google. Even I had to Google a couple of those. Most of them aren't that hard, but I still had to Google a couple. You remember brute forcing? Oh, geez. Boy, this doesn't look good. Or brute force. You need to go and decompress. Dude, you've probably been streaming for like 6 or 8 hours. Your brain's fried, working behind a fictional bar all night long. Oh, man. I hope you had a great stream, King Argaroth. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you're not following Argy, you should. He's one of the nicest guys on Twitch. He really is. It's one of the greatest communities on Twitch. And honestly, it's really, he's one of the earliest folks that I followed. In fact, I think he just started streaming at the time. And you were one of the earliest folks that I followed. I absolutely fell in love with the idea of playing games like these on Twitch, old adventure games. And although you weren't necessarily doing old ones, that was Fraz, but the idea and everything was the same. And I just, I got to say, you guys are just fantastic. So thank you. Appreciate that very much. It's a long time ago. We're getting old now. Oh, no. I think you played Leisure. You have a great night and get some rest, get some sleep. I know it's after midnight there. It's got to be, or almost midnight. 5 hours ahead of me, right? I can't remember. I think Leisure Suit. You think you played Leisure Suit Larry when you were in grade 6? Oh, well, you could figure out some of the prove your adult questions, but I don't think I could ever get them all. Yeah. Some of them were pretty obscure. There was a few that were difficult. Otherwise, you would get, you're a kid, shame on you. More path. I guess we should go back to slow. And there's always stuff like this in these 80s Sierra games, even Space Quest. If it's not paths, it's walking in between dangerous objects. There's like a vine in one of the King's Quests. I can't remember if it was. I think it was 2. Oh crap! Yeah, the vine maze. Yeah, the root monster. That was what it was. Yeah, that's a pretty scene, huh? Decompress your bones, like walking the catwalks in Space Quest 3 in the Thrash ship. Yep. They just, I don't know. If you, the more of these you play, the more you begin to realize they usually pulled a lot of the same stuff in a lot of the games. You know, a lot of the same puzzles, just in different environments, like the environmental puzzles. I kind of half expected him to fall and like slip and fall off the cliff edge because of the waterfall or walking across that river. He's going to fall off and die. Of course he is. How did I not see that coming? More climbing. Okay. You like walking the... let's see. I thought he'd slip and fall, yeah. Instead, I'm supposed to turn around and actually start climbing. So, Police Quest 2 sewer section. Oh, I need to do Police Quest 2. I've only ever played the first one. I played the first one when it came out and then streamed it a couple years ago, but I haven't finished the series yet. Oh, so there might be something in the upper left corner I can go to as well. It's an abominable snowman! I couldn't type. Ah, I got eaten. Talk about hateful Sierra games. The first one's not too terrible, except for the driving part. The terrible hairy creature grabs you with bone-crushing force. Ooh. There was an older Stranger quick point-and-click game that mixed in rotoscoped FMVs, which was pretty fun, but it had some strange puzzles. One of them was climb across nearly impossible to climb slippery grass hill without falling to your death. Help the flowers to another area, and then talk to the grass. It will then give you an audio clue when your mouse is pointing at the right spot on the hill to click on. Rhino Man, I don't recognize that one. Maybe somebody in chat does? I don't know if I've come across that one. I can't say I have. Bumble's Bounce. That's a good one there, Duncan Thrax, for the reference. Was that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? The game is called Torrance Passage. Oh, okay. He carries you away to his cave where you meet an early and unspeakable demise. It's out low. We were hearing about Torrance Passage, but nobody... nobody played it, yeah. I'm actually... Do I have Torrance Passage?
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
I feel like I have that. It's pretty good. It's just got a few strange puzzles. It's a bit short. Oh, Torrance Passage was? No, I don't have Torrance Passage, but I believe it's available on GOG. It was Lowe's attempt at fantasy. This was actually an Lowe. That's right, it was, wasn't it? I've got a wish listed anyway. Definitely check this out. I do like the artwork. It kind of reminds me of... What's the Graham Devine game? Clandestiny's artwork a little bit. A little bit, not much. Can you teleport at random here? Maybe? That looks like... Uh-oh. Oh no! I almost made it! So close. Rubstone, yeah. Feel bad whenever somebody's streaming a game on GOG and you already have it on Steam. Oh no. Nah. That's okay. You know, I hope you never feel obligated to buy stuff. But do I have a spare custard pie? That's a good point. As you watch me playing those games and seeing how many times this character dies, I come to the conclusion that Sierra was making Souls-like games long before Dark Souls was made. They really were. They were not friendly. Well, that sucked. If that had killed me, I would have been like, oh my god. I think it was Darksaber 2K who was playing Sleeping Dogs and he kept saying how cheap it was on GOG, but you already had it on Steam. Oh, yeah. You congratulate yourself. Oh. I congratulate myself on successfully eluding the abominable snowman, and I'm here. Where the heck is this? Look, map. I can't do that now. WTF, man. Whoa! I can climb that wall? Glad I saved it. Really? Really? Padding for playtime. Ain't that the truth? Nothing but punishing the player, right, Lord John? That's exactly what's going on here.
That's right, you stupid son of a bitch!
The worst is when you pick save while you're dying. Yeah, I've done that, Keywork Savior. In fact, it's how I met some folks from the Tomb Raider community. I was playing Tomb Raider 1, and I saved in the midst of falling with only like a little sliver of health.
Non-subscribers, use your Twitch Prime now.
We all have. It's an inevitability. I'll be right back after these ads. Winter Slice. I'll consider the hint at that point. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. See you in a few. All right. Thank you so much for that. Gravy. All right. Let's see. Now then, I got to figure out this cliff wall thing. Hoagie voice command, yeah. Lamentable fate. Yeah, I figured it was... I figured I might have been getting close to the end of it. Honestly, don't know exactly what's going on here. But it was Mark Crow. Whoever it was, they hated us. I will be released from this purgatory. Are you sure? Is there a way to get... No, I can't get over there from there, huh? So how the heck do I get there? Mr. Steel Rose. Feeding the cacodemon. Nom, 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 nom. Just Roberta Williams laughing along with the money bag after the sales numbers, really. Yeah, I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work. Oh, I can see, huh? I think I get it now. I think I understand. The other thing about this too is having to slow the game down to get through some of these because of that. I'd just go flying off a cliff if I had it on normal speed. Just got to follow the totally logical path of a totally logical adventure game. I mean, you know, duh, right? There we go. And more paths because we all love taking dangerous walks. Another path for good measure. Go away, paths. Nice view of the Alps. Come on. Almost to solid ground. There we go. And what the? Whoops, I slipped. How did I slip? Where did that come from? Oh, man. You thought that was going to be Vasquez and that alien shouting, "Let's rock," with machine guns firing everywhere. Instead, it was Command and Conquer, I believe. Let's see. All right. Can we use the map? Another section. Wow. Oh. Really, game? Seriously? What the heck is with this stairs crap? What is, like, the narrowest stairs ever? Another worthy contender for the random Let's Rock pool. Hey, you know what? That's a good point. This reminds me of the King's Quest 1 set of stairs. Feels strangely hot up here. Are we in Daventry? We've got to be in Daventry. What? Like the stairs in King's Quest 1. I think it's supposed to be the same ones. So I no longer have the map. I should never have done that. That's not good. Like, yeah, right. Who needs a map? In this game, everybody needs a map. Whoa, hello. A huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you. Hypnotized by its baleful glare, you stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon barbecue. Yeah, there's the dragon. Three-headed one at that. Okay, I have an idea. This might not be the right idea, but we'll try it anyway. Not a three-headed monkey. I interlaced. I go invisible, but I go interlaced when I go invisible.
This is pathetic.
The dragon has laid waste to this area. The earth is scorched and all the trees and plants are charred. The girl is securely tied to the stake. Untie girl. The dragon notices Princess Rosella being untied and blasts you both a long licking tongue of flame. So poor Rosella. There's no King's Quest 4 now. Dotted line boy. Thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate that. Yeah, it must be Rosella. It is. Meat on a stick, yeah. think we're seeing Argaroth after he's been up playing hard games for 36 hours. What? Are you serious? I didn't know how long he was streaming. How long had he been going? Now you got me wanting to go look and see what he was doing. Oh, it was only it was only 6.5. Okay, good. I got a little worried there for a minute. I'm like, did he do a long stream? No, he didn't. Not longer than normal, anyway. Hey, how's it going, Commodore Chronicles? Hi there, Mystic Paws. Oh, that's Mystic's ear, sorry. He's a sweet boy. Aren't you, Mystic? You good boy, huh?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would be. Yep. Yeah. Okay, the dragon. What you doing, Mystic? No, you don't need this pencil. He saw this pencil and he's like, I want it. He has to have it. All right, anyway, so I got to figure out how to get past this dragon. The invisibility spell works. But what do I do to get Rosella free? I need to dispatch with the dragon. So, rub ointment on body. You want to hit is very tall. The dragon's green, scaly body is huge. Its 3 ugly heads blow flame and smoke while its necks twist and writhe. Ugh, the sight of it makes you shiver. All right. Hang on, let's see. Well, we did the eagle one to get rid of the snake, but a dragon's basically a giant snake, right? You do like the callback to the King's Quest 1 stairs. Yeah, because this took you to the giant, right? There's all the way to the far left, there'll be a beanstalk. I don't know if it's still there or not, but what would I do as an eagle? Yeah, some magic products you haven't used yet. Yeah, the storm hasn't been used yet. Yeah, the unlimited chest of coins in King's Quest 1. Yep. So we've got... The only ones we haven't tried yet is Brew the Storm and Invisible. That's it. We do have a treasure to bribe him with. Do we really want to do that? He didn't give me a chance to talk, though. He just fries me. So... So what if I... Okay. The fabled chest of unlimited inflation. How about rub ointment on body? I'll take interlaced Gwydion and stir brew with finger. Brew of storms. Churn. Oh, wait. Churn it up. Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain and falls to the ground, dead. That wasn't really what I expected to happen, But I figured it was worth trying. Magic spell is wearing off. All right. Untie girl. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to her who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander, you proudly exclaim. The girl looked doubtful. How does he know that's who she is? How does he know? Oh, well, that's all right. I can go back to that. We can redo it, and I'll look at her first. I'll explain it all later. You continue realizing that now is not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. Yeah, but I mean, tied up next to the dragon. How did he know that's where to find her? I didn't know that's where to find her. I was just wandering around aimlessly and got lucky. Rub ointment on body. Oh, that's right. She did see her in the oracle's, vision ball. That's right, the crystal ball. Stir, brew with finger. Brew of storms. I cannot type tonight. Churn it up. Churn it up, yo. Okay, he's deaded again.
Two number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, two number 45s, one with cheese,
and a large soda. You don't need a punctuation. The mice and fish and squirrels are real politically savvy around here. Well, it is Daventry. The girl is securely tied to the stake. Okay. Is that Tom Waits ordering food? No, that's Big Smoke. That's Grand Theft Auto 3. Or not 3, San Andreas. I forget who did the voice of Big Smoke. I want to say it's somebody you know. Or might know, I should say. Now that I'm doing that, I want to find out. Because it's going to drive me nuts. Clifton Powell was Big Smoke. That was the voice you heard. Clifton Powell, yeah. And he's been in quite a few things, actually. He's not an unknown by any means. Maybe you look at her after you untie her. I know there's a part in here where looking at her talks about her beauty and is all, if Alexander wasn't her brother or something. Yeah. Yeah, that might come up later. I don't know. But let's see here. The dragon lies dead upon the ground. He was no match for the fury of your magical storm. Untie girl. Yeah, looks like so far I'm missing 12 points. Where they are, I don't know. At the bottom of the stairs. How did I miss that? And this is actually where... This is where she's going to die. I'm going to kill them both now. Ah! You have skillfully detected the boundaries of Cloudland. The rest of your quest will go quickly. You'll love the IBM PC Junior Tandy 1000 music. I know, right? Commodore Chronicles? I was always fascinated by that. I knew nothing about them until I started streaming. So when I started reading up on some of these... several years ago, I began to find out a lot more about audio in these games than I ever knew. play the entire game again. Some other day. Perhaps. She ain't going to follow you off any cliffs, yeah, right? Your Tandy 1000 TL is sitting right next to you, and you love it. Nice. I only ever played with them in Radio Shacks. I didn't know anybody that owned a Tandy. I want to say Radio Shack and Sears. I want to say Sears had them at one point, too. You always miss some points as much as you played these games. I've actually 100%ed 1, 2, and 4. And this is... So far, this is the first time I actually haven't done it. I mean, granted, I may not end with 12 points missing. I might have more points here in a minute. You do always 100%. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to 100% this one. Where the hell are we going? Princess Rosella is gorgeous. Why, you'd be interested in her if she weren't your own sister. Her hair is long, silky, and golden. Her eyes are as blue as the bluest sky. Her skin is creamy white, and her body, well, embarrassed, you clear your throat and avert your eyes. Must be written by Al Lowe. I know, right? Jeez, Roberta. I mean, Gwydion Alexander's only company was an old man for his entire life. Good point. The countryside of Daventry looks as if it had once been beautiful, but now trees are charred, a chasm splits the earth, and wildflowers no longer grow. Nearby is an old broken-down well that someone has filled with rocks. It's useless now. The old well has been filled with rocks. Yeah. At least this ain't no Game of Thrones, yeah. At least this ain't Game of Thrones. They know their boundaries. No, they don't. I have no idea. The old wizard had hot ankles. There's home, your sister cries in delight. Mom and Dad will be so happy. Oh, yippee, you did it, your majesty, the gnome squeals in delight. I knew you could save us all. King Graham and Queen Valenice will be overjoyed to see you two. He claps his gnarled hands. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers towards the castle. The Inspector Rosella text really spicy. Your friend edited half the text for the game back in the 90s. The treasure chest used to have broken Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. And some cat poop. What? Oh, are you saying inside the treasure chest? The Inspector Rosella text is really spicy. Oh, and there's the person you could have talked to before the dragon for points, I guess. Oh, okay. I love how the game assumes you found and talked to the gnome. Oh my god, that was the Smurfs theme. I'm like, I recognize that. That was Smurfs. Good ear, some guy in a hat. There was a DOS text editor. Yeah, edit command. Sing a happy song. The castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long-missing son and much-loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. Al must have been watching the Smurfs, but probably. Everybody was at the time. What does this have to do with Ninja Turtles? I have no idea. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valenice. That lady's got some lipstick on, doesn't she? And Graham looking a bit old here, yeah. Graham and Valenice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Your mother exclaims. As your father, I'm so proud of both of you. You know, wouldn't you think that, like, 15 years later, seeing her son for the first time, wouldn't she just faint? What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. You remember editing the text to Sivmir Civilization into silly things because it was stored in plain text in the game folder? Yeah. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he said sadly, but it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew with brilliant clarity. Queen Valenice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead, our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. With emotion, he tells you, Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time. He had a new traveling companion. He flings it in your direction. Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your arms to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. And Rosella captures it, because she's the protagonist in the next one. The end. Only 8 points shy. Only 8 points shy. Well, I'll be playing the new King's Quest game at the end of the series. I am going to try and play all of them, yes. Speaking of Graham's complexion, no wonder he's deathly ill in King's Quest 4. Yeah, right? Actually, it lands on the floor and Rosella picks it up later. Yeah, she's like, I got better things to do. I've been tied up with this dragon for a while. I'm hungry. Congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest 3. We hope you have enjoyed playing it as much as we've enjoyed killing you with it. Oh, wait, I misread that. I'm sorry. I think this went down differently in 4. May the adventuring continue with King's Quest 4. And for Leisure Suit Larry. You're going to be playing Stair Quest sometime soon. Yeah. And I guess that's it. It doesn't look... I mean, I can't move. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen. And it's repeating the theme. Have you ever played Peasant's Quest? No, I haven't played that one. After this, Rosella got one good adventure and half of a mediocre one, whereas Alexander got a terrific one. Yeah, I really enjoyed 4. Throw baby. We're going into the islands of the monkeys. Y'all had to quit your game, our game, Sierra, yeah, right? Definitely Heroine's Quest. I haven't done that one yet. I know of it, but I've never played it. Oh, I got lost. I'm sorry, Wolfsoul. He already bit his quest to the point where he spills coffee on the adventure. Oh, no. How dare you? Oh, I didn't realize that was visible. That's so funny. I don't have it on GOG. Betrayal. I don't have it on GOG. I don't have any problem with Steam. Besides, I got lots of good games on Steam. I mean, look, all the Valve games, various adventure games I still need to play.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
Halos and just chilled 69 bits.
Good one, Pie.
I wonder if Gwydion gets something after saving the queen.
Wow. Is that a suggestion? I know you're just messing with me. No. But yeah, I had actually bought it before it became available on GOG, so actually I want to say I bought it before I even became a member of the GOG stream team, so that's that too. I like games with DRM. Actually, I hate games with DRM. Can I help you, Mystic? You know what? No. You don't belong over there, buddy. You see Disco there? Oh, yeah. Disco Elysium. Yep, Disco Elysium right there. Yeah, I've got Disco Elysium. Peasant's Quest is a Sierra-style EGA text adventure made by Homestar Runner guys. Oh, yeah, I'd heard of it, I think, but I didn't know it was, okay. Featuring lots of HR jokes. Funny, but mostly for people who are already HR fans. Oh, okay. Huh. He's the kitty. He's being mystic, that's for sure. All right, let's get the card up here. Revenge of Monkey Island. You think you did play that one once? Kitty demanding his pet tax. Actually, he's demanding my pencil, which let's go ahead and
Says my stick. Get off the counter.
Put this away. I don't think I'll need to make notes. I'll decide for sure once I get the game launched. I have done everything in my power ever since the game came out. Disco Elysium is amazing, isn't it? Yeah. You're credited as a writer on Warbit. Interesting. So what are we doing? We're going to be doing Return to Monkey Island is what is up next. Somebody mentioned they saw Disco Elysium in the list. Pardon me. So, really? Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. All right. Stream title change. And this is day 1. There we go. All right. I'm probably going to have to do something with the capture here, and I think that's what I thought. All right. Turn that off. Doesn't need to be capturing anything. Didn't ZAUM self-publish D? First time launching this game. Where the heck did it go? I'm having a hard time getting to capture for some reason. Oh, there it is. Still not capturing. There we go. And it's still not capturing. It was fun, Arky-chan. Thank you so much for being here. And Chelnav, how you doing, by the way? It's good to see you back. You want to go to the options and extra content. Right now, I want to get the stupid game to capture. Why is it being so difficult? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I guess it's the only way I'm going to be able to get
I think
it.
there's someone in the bushes there.
Hey, thank you, Keywork. Appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quit. Yeah, less tech issues, more trying to figure out what it is that they did that's keeping me from... Because some games are weird. Yes, exactly. Some games are weird when it comes to, I guess, the way they get captured. I don't know. All right, that works well enough. There are some hidden gems. I want to go to options, extra content. Actually, let's go into settings. Why not? The highest. I'm sure I can handle it. Let's go with large. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave that on, mainly for you guys. Just read about that. It's both sad and why in the world would they drum them out like that? That's weird. Or we shall see bit of squint. Let's see, controls. I like the old school mouse. Highlight all objects. Oh, okay, so backspace for highlight all objects. Dialogue, save game. Alt S. Why not Control S? Extra content. Where's the extra content you're talking about there?
Want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. I like it. Look at he's got all the little margin notes. A mighty pirate. Oh, that's tab. Ah.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
It explains why it was pointing the other direction, Eldritch, the arrow.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials.
Great hat, man.
I have a pirate hat, Falkenbach. Do you want me to wear a pirate hat? Retro Slow Lane, it's good to see you. Would you prefer the pirate hat? Okay. It's a cheap, cheesy one, but hey, that's the stream, right? But I play this pirate suit. I never did do that one, but I do have it. I've just never played it. Actually, I installed it once. I didn't really... It has to fit the stream, of course. All right. Now then. Gotta switch headphones real quick. I can't wear my normal headphones with this. Doesn't fit. No, Mystic, I don't need your help. No, Mystic, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Get your nose out of there. No, I don't need your help. Mystic, come here. Ask me about Loom. All right. The way this game looks really doesn't work for you. Time to go play Loom. I mean, do something else. Most people do complain about the artwork for the... Well, most people that complain about the game complain about the artwork. But to each their own. To each their own. The story is my primary goal here. I want to play the game for the story. I love the story. I love the voiceovers. If I like the artwork, great. If I don't, oh well. And then people like Gregor show up and say, hi. Hi, Gregor. And, holy crap. And holy crap, we've limmed right into another raid. Hey, that girl, Joey. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome in. It's angry because the game is in 5D. Evalasia, welcome, welcome, welcome. The only game you played was 5D. The only game you played in 5D chess. How was your stream? And thank you, Pi, for giving that shout out, by the way. Duncan Thrax, dude.
Duncan Thrax gifted a tier 1 subscription to Thagirl Joey.
Welcome, welcome. What were you up to tonight? I know it's usually like Amiga stuff, right? Commodore or Amiga? On Tuesday nights. Anything new? C64, yep. Okay, Commodore, yeah. I always struggle to remember which ones, because I got a few people that do Amiga stuff. Well, welcome in. For those who came in with That Girl Joey's Raid, or if you're new to the channel, we've just finished King's Quest 3 with tons of appreciative help from chat. Because I sucked at that one. That one was not my favorite in the series. Mega Monday is easy to remember. There you go. I like that, actually. I did. I don't take any credit for completing it. Number one, I got a weird way of finishing it. But yeah, anyway, so we're now moving on to Return to Monkey Island, which is the only Monkey Island game I haven't played. So I played through all 4, including Escape from Monkey Island. And your earbuds died. Uh-oh. No problem. That's your cue to step away from the desk. Well, I know you can't hear me, so I'll just say hi and thank you very much for the raid. If you can hear me, I hope you hear that. I know how you feel. But I hope you had fun tonight. I hope you did. And everybody who came in with That Girl Joey's raid, thank you so much for coming to my channel tonight. I hope you enjoy what you got here. We're just starting. I'm going through the sort of extras part. I guess it's really more of the, here's the Monkey Island history. Enjoy.
Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Sort of falsified.
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same.
Oh, the nasty Q-tip for the,
I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrod. He and the locals wrote a lot of letters to each other. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
Stunning conclusion.
I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that?
Because she's Elaine.
By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay?
Okay, not permanently.
I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
If you wonder why you're still awake, it was you were so overkill tired that you went to bed right when you got home. That was yesterday at 4:30. You slept until 1 a.m., which is about 9.5 hours. 4:30 to 1 a.m.? That's why you're good morning. Hey, good morning. You actually liked Return to Monkey Island? Yeah, it's not the same as the old games, but what Monkey Island was ever alike. All of them had different graphics and controls, yeah.
So, tell me about Moon. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an
Most important thing.
extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score and musical effects, not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects and magic spells. Hit the rush!
Go out and buy loot today. Most Curse of Monkey Island is your favorite. You get buried in the good soup crypt. I like that one's always been my favorite too, but mostly because of the artwork. I think that to me is by far the pinnacle.
I met my good friend Walt,
crap,
who makes maps. We wound up back on Melee Island. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times.
Good times.
The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets.
It's me, a hearty beef and potato.
Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
That's the opening of Monkey Island 2.
The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I.
Hey, Needles! Needles! Dude, how you doing? How are things? I finally get to play this game. I've been wanting to play this for 2 years.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
How's the wild world of Needles? You assume this was a second playthrough? No. I was so adamant about getting at least. I wanted to play Tales again. Is what I wanted to do. And of course, I hadn't played Escape from Monkey Island since it came out back in 2000, so I had to play that. I figured if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in order. Albion streams are here Friday and Sunday. Yeah, that's right. I'm playing Albion. But not right now.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture.
Furniture?
I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do
Summer
for
of
Elaine.
Glory. You know, I mean, honestly, Duncan Thrax, I wouldn't have a problem playing through all the Quest for Glory games again. I love that series. Can't ever get enough of Cat Girls in Space, the
Incoming
game.
ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Yeah, everybody pops into stream on Fridays and Sundays now, Needles, and they're like, hey, look, it's Avatar in 1995. It's like, no, he was busy doing Titanic at the time.
I got buried alive. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful
Murray.
demonic skull, after a rousing seabed.
Excuse you, Mystic. I'm busy. I'm busy. Busy cat.
Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over.
Nope.
Game, set,
And
matchmaker.
Matchmaker, I didn't expect that.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do.
Oh, that comes around in Crimson Diamond, too.
I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think.
I think. Careful. Elaine will cut through you.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her.
Kind of a fun thought exercise. Can you think of many married video game protagonists? I think Guybrush and Elaine might be the best marriage in gaming. Now that you say that, I've never really thought about it before, but you're right. How many? There's very few. There's a lot of protagonists that get involved with another protagonist in the game, but I don't know of many that get married. That are married throughout the game series.
Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it?
Oh, that's right. All the goofy crap that you had to use to assemble it.
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it.
Yeah. So they actually bring up the goofy body part monster that you created. He has Sonny Bonds as a robot. Does that count, though? Is the man with no personality?
Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death. Except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Morgan Le Fay betrayed me, even after we bonded inside a giant manatee. I should have trusted her less. Elaine wasn't fooled by LeChuck's human form any more than I was. I should have trusted her more. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Note to self, get more paper for the rest of my adventures. All right, well, I tell you what, I don't want to start the game yet because we've got ads kicking in here in about a minute and 10 seconds, and inevitably we're going to run out of time. So let's go ahead and kick the breaks off a little early, and we'll start the beginning of this after the breaks. See you in just a few minutes. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Graham and Valenice were. He got married but didn't last. Surprise. I'll be right back. Actually. There we go. Now I can mute the audio. Doink. I'll be right back. Just a few minutes. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for that. Okay. As you notice, I had to do this with like actual screen capture. I can't do it with a window or an actual program capture. So yeah, you get my whole desktop. Isn't that fancy? Okay, new game. Here we go. I'm gonna go quiet while we watch, which I assume is going to be an intro video. So here we go. Uh-oh. We've got Mega Monkey. Or the regular. All the story and all the fun, but with casual puzzles for the busy on-the-go player. I guess I can do hard mode.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here, gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there. Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those. No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the intro.
It's got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
Let's see. So that's our inventory. Buy scurvy dogs. So this is our journal.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Phil! Ha! He's dead to the world. Sounds real.
Sounds real. This art reminds you of Book of Demons Paperverse style?
Some places you can. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run.
Really? A ding and ditch?
Don't like visitors. Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs. It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
Or else what?
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight. They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
So this was what...
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Is there subtitles for this game? You know what? There's supposed to be subtitles on. Why was it not on?
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your arm?
Why are there... Where is the... Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? They're on, but they're not working.
Those glasses
Oh, my
are thicker
God.
than the layer of grease on the floor.
You know what? No. This is the subtitles it's referring to. Look how big that
They call a
is.
scurvy dog a
Huge.
score.
Now watch this. We're going to turn that down to medium. Medium.
Bucks.
Now look how much smaller it is. Why did they do that? That doesn't make any sense. Let's look under here. No, nothing there. Video. Ah, here we go. Writer's cut. More blather, worse pacing. Text and speech, speech only. Text and speech. So this is confusing. So subtitles. Subtitle. I know, right? Look, it's made for mobile.
What should we do next?
There we go.
Gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Okay, let me set the background to a darker background.
What should we do next? We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I
That's
can't
easier to
believe you
read.
never had one. I can stand on my head without using my hands. Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
I don't see very well, but I can hear just fine.
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
You like this UI almost as much as you like the art style. Oh no.
I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
You kids better have money.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of money.
Chicken foot fries, a mug of grog, please.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
All right, I'm gonna move my camera. Hang on a second. I'm gonna shrink my camera down just a little bit for you guys. And there we go. All right. Now you can see the dialogue options.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Who's the Joker on the left?
Up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind. Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
All right. Oh, there it is.
It's
Why
locked.
does
Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
why does the art style bother so many people anyway? Every one of these games, except for 1 and 2, had different styles. You know, I mean, I get it.
It's locked.
Oh.
Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
I get why people have issue with it, but at the same time, it's really just preference.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8. That's called a slug. It's like a fake
coin. Well, then pick that sucker up.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
gross.
Smell the sludge? Why would I do that?
This stuff smells the same as the toilet.
Ew.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
To you, the art style was at best unexpected back then. Not in a negative way, though, yeah.
Now what?
Not saying it's bad, just that it... Yeah, it rubs... Oh, no, I get it. I mean, there's... I kind of had the same issue with Escape from Monkey Island a little bit. The art... It was primitive, even for that time. They couldn't put the detail into it they really needed. I felt like they were in a transitionary period, and it just didn't really work. They were on the right path, but it wasn't until Tales that they actually managed to get it. I guess by that point they had more power with hardware. First impression of the 3's art style did nothing for you. You strongly preferred 1 and 2, but the third game's art grew on you by the end. Yeah, exactly, Galatep. That's my favorite one too, for the artwork especially.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
He is blind.
It looks like a piece of 8, if you don't see very well.
Hint, hint.
What can we get with this?
Ew!
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Oh, that's nasty.
What
Almost
do
as
you
nasty as the scurvy dogs.
Just kidding. Here's yours.
He can have the one with the flying hairs all over it.
Yum! What do you
Boy
want to do
brush.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
A number 9 large, a number
6
with extra dip, a number 7.
Hey, phalanges.
45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
What?
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Who is Chucky? I don't understand. Who is this Joker?
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Yeah, I have no idea yet. This is my first time even seeing this game. What the heck is this? It is LeChuck. Okay, I was wondering if it turned out that Guybrush and LeChuck actually grew up
Go back there
together.
again. We'll just get yelled at.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
What?
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
Did it really, Razrov? I don't remember seeing that.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, zitheads.
Zitheads. Probably childhood pirate friends. They seemed to like stabbing each other in the back a lot, yeah. Craig alive, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay. So who is Dee from the original game?
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This
don't know of
one's
anybody.
Not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have.
Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other.
He's
That's
asleep.
what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly, and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles.
I know,
to
I'm
make it
fascinated in
twist
this
and
eye.
way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor. And so they gave up and went back to
Budding
the old
corporate
way.
engineer.
The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called
Hey,
that
Master
because when you stop
Gregor.
in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
So much text, and I didn't have to read a single bit of it. If you missed anything, you can press the comma key.
Master Gregor just cheered 100 bits. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck no amount of wood since a woodchuck can't chuck wood. But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck? Even if a woodchuck could chuck wood and even if a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood? Oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up. Gregor 9. No. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. And the woodchuck information. That was quite
Gregor
handy. 9. You enjoyed this game a lot. I was quite surprised. I know. I'm really looking forward to getting into it. Of course, keys don't work. That was from Monkey Island too. Thank you for the 100 bits.
For 4 days straight.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. Did you? They started then. The current bow-shaped design is, but the old, you can still on a modern anchor. That's to prevent the little, most anchor about the, but the word, they're called that. Yeah.
That was the first time you'd ever heard about woodchucks.
Hey, Chucky. Want a race?
You're on. I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Next time for sure.
So I guess I actually have to click, huh?
You're on. I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Hey, hands off.
Hands off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
I want to feed the duck. Don't feed the duck.
Well, that's just rude. These people are feeding the duck, and there's a sign that says, don't feed the duck. There's some
Red
yuck.
blob on the ground.
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Ew, ground ketchup on the scurvy dog.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy.
Close enough.
Bum Rocky just cheered 100 bits. Assuming for a moment that the woodchuck could chuck wood, how much would the woodchuck could chuck is dependent on the radius and length of the log. It's log.
It's log.
It's big, it's heavy.
It's wood. It's log. It's better than bad.
It's better than bad.
It's good. It's log. It's log. It's such a wonderful toy. Fun for a girl and a boy. Something like that. Hey, Bum Rocky, and thank you for the 100 bits. And
Some
the
places
Ren
you
and
go have
Stimpy.
Scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
The subtle Ren and Stimpy hint.
Do not pick the 4-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
Mystic.
Good luck with that.
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left.
Darn. Where'd she come from?
Do you like to hunt for 4-leaf clovers?
Yeah, I leave them where they are and take the extra leaves off. I want things to be even.
Such a weird girl. Strange. Practice sword fighting. Oh, are we going to do insult sword fighting?
Back. I can feel it with my tongue.
With my tongue.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way. You'll never catch up to my level.
Choo choo.
I win.
Halos and just cheered 100 bits.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was
Thank you for the 100 bits, Pie. You really don't like that animation style? I can't say that I'm necessarily warming up to it, but there's more to the game than that, so it's not so bad that I have a problem with it.
Your sword
Scam
is sharp
train.
as a banana.
I'll still pare you down to size.
I for sure won that one.
In your dreams.
You fight like kids.
Well, what do you think they are? All right, I'm going to keep... I don't know. Let's keep going.
You're about as scary as a bull.
Thank you for those 70
I'll be
bits.
sure to break you fast.
I'm so the best at this.
Almost as good as me.
I've seen better footwork from a footstool.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You fight like a doofus.
Scam Train is not one to
Like
scam
a
us.
doofus, who's an amazing fighter, you mean?
Okay, that was a good comeback.
I know.
That did it.
Always give new meaning to the term practice dummy.
Master Gregor gifted a tier 1 subscription to Curge Vertigo.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Pi, and the gift sub to Karisu, Master Gregor, and there's that Scam Train now. 54% into level 1. If you want to get in on the scam, this is the time to do it. That means free emote. Well, not necessarily free, but you know.
In
A new
France,
emote.
They call a scurvy dog a chien score butt.
I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
Phalanges.
Phalanges.
Did your bits already count? I'd hate to have to pay for another ticket. I think they did. I'm not 100% sure.
Let's go.
But you might actually...
Chugga 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 woo.
I
Party
think...
111, you fight like a dairy farmer. How fitting, you fight like a cow. Hey, Tilda.
Thank you, Phalanges, for the 100 bits, and Master Gregor for the 111 bits. But yeah, you might actually even be in line for Hype Train Conductor, Bum Rocky. I think yours was the one that kicked it off. We'll see here shortly. Why do they ask me to clip? Oh, man, I saw they started adding that about a month or so ago. Maybe a couple of months ago. I wish we could speak backwards. That could be fun.
I wish we could speak backwards. Girl, what is...
Yes, you know.
Yes, well, yes,
That was fun.
Aw, man, it wore off.
Too bad. You made more sense than usual.
Whenever chat gets busy or hype train, Twitch likes to push. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Thank you, Pi. They are trying so hard to be like TikTok or something. It's awful. Yeah.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
Oh no, are we done here? Oh well. Screenshot.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
At the same time. At least they move at a pretty decent pace. Okay, so we've got the scurvy dogs. Can't go that way. That's where we started.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
I'm no
No way.
I'm a bull. Moo 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 moo. The cow level is a lie.
The cow level is a lie. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Bum Rocky. Alright, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm actually... Oops.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind.
Yeah, we can check inventory. 4-leaf clover, scurvy dog, the outhouse key, and of course my to-do list. Find our real parents. Oh, feed the duck. Hang on a second. Master Gregor. 74 gift subs that you've given to this channel. Dude. Oh, you can't. Thank you for gifting Rig that sub, man. I appreciate that. and the 30 Gigantify bits. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
I'm bald as fuck.
Wait.
I never thought I'd ever find one.
I'm bald as fuck.
Ah! Whoa! I'm gonna be sick. Ugh. Boy brush. Yes. The hell is Monkey Island is this?
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Whoops. Yeah, this is Guybrush as a boy and LeChuck as his best friend or brother or something. And how you doing, Coffee?
I wonder what's in that
Chucky.
basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days, they have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
Okay.
I stole it from that couple.
More like a fever dream, yeah. Okay, so now... Find our real parents. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids.
Oh, no.
We got scurvy
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Okay, I didn't realize that was his son. Okay, I thought that was him as a boy, as a young boy. I am bald as fuck. Your timing for that for 8-bit gamers is perfect. I am bald as fuck.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
Yeah, I had to just go silent for the whole music because that whole intro, that was the very beginning of the first one, but done in a modern style. It's really good, and I love what they did to the theme. It works perfectly. You're actually not here. You're really reading Salem Slot. I know, Coffee. But yeah, it turned out, I thought that was Guybrush as a young boy and LeChuck as a young boy. But it turns out it's actually Guybrush's children. And I guess Dee is their daughter. I guess they have 3 kids. I don't know. Thank you very much for the scam train. What was it? 2 subs and 711 bits. Thank you all very much for the participation. Bum Rocky, I'm curious. Did you get a hype conductor badge like Gregor did? Sometimes there's two hype train conductors. Yeah, the music in this is outstanding. Isn't it always, though?
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas.
Otaku, how you doing?
Land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
Thank you, Coffee. Enjoy your book. It's always great music, even in Escape. Yeah, Escape's music was good. I actually really liked it.
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Again?
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
We'll see. Such faithful reproduction.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's hard on softness.
She's hard on softness. There's LeChuck's ship. Is he gonna tell us about Loom?
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Ooh, in the back of the Scum Bar is the kitchen. Interesting. So there's collectibles in this game. Okay. I didn't know that. Now I have to look for collectibles.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
It's emo pirates. No, I didn't see your message, and I just discovered it. Thanks, Pi. Let's find the find the hotspot. Oh boy. I like this version. It kind of reminds me of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, if they did the Monkey Island theme. Is this the hip rebrand of the Hunt the Pixel? Yeah.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
And if you guess it wrong, it'll be recycled and can be found later in the game. Okay.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Doesn't it? You get it? It's the guitar. It's the guitar on this side, but it's also this, I don't know what they call it, but just doing the fast runs on, I guess it's an arpeggio from what it sounds like.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Probably
to
not.
slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, there was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent. It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
Not only does Guybrush desperately need a shave, but that red nose suggests that he drinks a little too much grog too often. It's a prize of incalculable monetary value. Personal
It's a
passion.
personal passion of mine. I really want to find it.
Your weird fetishes are not something I need to hear about.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
With backing, I can work it out. It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Basically. Basically. Poor Guybrush.
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes.
I mean, he's done it 5 times already.
I like the old pirate leaders better.
Oh yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see. Okay. Where's Cobb? That's a good point. Where is Cobb? Le ship.
Oh, clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer.
8.
Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short a swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Mostly tolerated? Actually, I was kind of looking forward to Cobb being in there, Winter Slice. I was like, come on, they gotta have Cobb in there.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun,
a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
A second mate wouldn't be too bad, right?
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
No.
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom.
Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
You'll neither confirm nor deny if Cobb is in the game. Well, I don't want any spoilers on it anyway. But I was a little disappointed that he wasn't in the scum bar.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Andrew LeChuck, nephew. Smith. John Smith.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
Oof. And there was another trivia card I need to go back into the scum bar and get.
Parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in
Andrew.
a different way.
All right, let me go back into the scum bar. There was actually a trivia card on the this guy's desk right there. See, look at that. But it's not going to let me pick it up.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
All right, well, let's see. Is the trivia card... Where do I do the trivia card thing? Wait, what? Thank goodness I brought my trusty horse armor. Where did that come from? Oh, there he is! He's even got the badge! Oh, there's a trivia book. Who is the owner of Club 41? That would be Judge Wallace P. Grindstump. Pre-order loom, yeah. He's even got, look at it! Look at it, it even says loom right there on his badge. It's so funny.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years, you're still here.
Oh.
I was declared a historical landmark.
The horse armor, because I pre-ordered it. It has no function at all. Here it is! We gotta do this, you know. It has to happen. No, the horse armor is from Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 3.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Was it in Elder Scrolls 3? Wasn't it Oblivion? Or I thought. But yeah, that was like the first DLC. That's the reason why I guess they're making fun of it, because that was the first big DLC that people were like, really? I'm going to pay $5 for this? Not 3, but 4. Excuse me. Thank you. 3 was Morrowind. Here we go.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Oh, I am going to capture that. I am so going to capture that. That is, I've got a plan for that. No more cobs for this stream. Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom, for old time's sake.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom, for old time's sake.
Beat it.
Hang on a second here. Let me pause these ads, because we're really at the end of my stream, but I want to get through this. I want to get through this section, and then we'll call it a night. It's so great. Here we go.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes!
Now get lost.
Convinced Cobb to tell you about Loom. That was actually an achievement. That's funny. Thank you, Gregor. I'm gonna capture that one. Or you captured. Yeah, I got plans.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. And
Probably.
only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got
Thank
no
you,
heart.
Verpie. Appreciate that. That's also useful. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cobb said the thing.
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
You'll send both clips. That should make it easier.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey
Thanks,
Island.
Gregor.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh, dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
At least you kept the accent this time. Yeah, sort of.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye 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 first.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I can tell you pretty definitively one thing about the voiceover for Elaine and the recording. The difference between Guybrush and Elaine's voiceovers is she's talking into the mic, practically swallowing it. And you can hear even like the breathless kind of sounds that she makes. They're so cute, aren't they though? All right. I hate to do it. Just really starting to get into the game. And I have to call it a night. But I'm going to save it right here. That was a fun save. That was cool. I want to save again. I like it. Let's do it again. That was fun. I like the way they do saves in this. This is great. It's a good start. It is. I enjoyed this. This is going to be a lot of fun. No question about it. All right. You should probably go beat this for a fourth time. It's that good. Hi. End of stream, and this just popped up. Oh, the timing.
Hey Lawzan just subscribed for 37 months. And to end the stream, this just popped up.
Thank you very much for 37 months. Jeez, unbelievable. You guys, I really appreciate you all being here tonight. And I also thank you very much for the hype train and the 2 huge raids right off. Great night. You gotta go prepare for... Yeah, get ready for work. It's getting early where you are. Let me say a few thank yous first. And then we'll call it. Thank you. First of all, thank you everybody who's been here tonight, whether you chatted or lurked. Really appreciate you being here. And for those who participated, well, like Pi, thank you for the sub, 37 months. Master Gregor for the gift sub to Retro Island Gaming, and also a gift sub to Karisu. Really appreciate that. Now, all the bits, this is where we came in. Bum Rocky with 100 bits, Phalanges with 100 bits, Master Gregor with 111, Pi with 100, Master Gregor with 70, Pi with another 100, Bum Rocky with 100, and Master Gregor with 100. And that was all within the past 40 minutes. I appreciate that. Duncan Thrax, thank you for the gift sub to That Girl Joey. That Girl Joey, thank you for that huge raid early into the stream there. Now to do the work you've been putting off. Oh, man. Pi with the 69 bits, Pi with the 5 bits. King Argaroth with the huge raid, and then all of the Gigantify bits. You guys, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I myself, it's time for me to go get some sleep. So I'm going to say thank you very much here. I will be back at 7 p.m. on GOGCOM. I haven't decided what I'm going to stream yet. I'll have that decided tomorrow. And then again, I'll be back at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on Friday to continue Albion, which... yeah, I was starting to have fun with it. I hope it continues, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for being here tonight. We're not going to raid it this Tuesday night, as I normally don't raid on night streams. You guys have a safe week. Talk to you later. Bye.